Hi guys, we are bringing back the Ask Tayler segment. Question number 1. This is from a new follower, and I just want to say thank you for joining my journey. And the question is, does your dog run with you whenever you ride the trails? Yes, Rusty runs with me anytime I ride at home. He loves dirt bikes just as much as I do. Like, he is a dirt bike loving fool. He cries for them. He gets super excited, and he knows where all the cheat lines are. So we have about a 4-mile loop, and I can ride a section and he'll meet me at the next section, kind of thing. And if I'm just working on certain things, he'll do trails with me, and he does a really good job about not being in the way. And I just love his excitement. That's actually what created our bond. And yeah, so it's one of my training partners, I guess you could say. It really wasn't a question, it was more of a comment, but it was about the release of the Beta 350 RX 2-stroke. A lot of people seem to be very intrigued about this, so I just want to talk about it again. I haven't read one, so I don't know what to expect. I haven't spoke to anybody that's ridden one either, but it's very intriguing, and that seems to be the common denominator. A lot of people are very interested in it, and I'm not very sure as to why. I don't know if it's like because it's a cool, different thing, or if it's something they really think they can ride. I have no idea at all. I'm still trying to figure out the market of it. It definitely helped me if I got to ride one, to be able to know how to sell it and who to sell it to. But yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on it? Do you want to ride one? Would you buy one? Should we stock it? Like, what are you thinking there? Drop a comment on this video or shoot me a message, whatever you want to do, and let's keep this discussion. This is from a photographer. How many times during a mud race do you say the F-bomb? My question back to that is, can you hear me? Is that because you heard what I'm saying to myself? It comes out quite a bit, and I speak out loud quite a bit during a mud race. Like, chill out, go with the flow, let it slide, ride loose, don't be tense, and then, yeah, of course, the cuss words. But yeah, I am learning to love the mud, and I think everybody should learn to do that, just because you can't choose the weather, and it's a privilege to be on the bike, so might as well smile through it. My advice would be to start with the simple things. Check your form, loosen your grip, and your suspension could be a factor causing arm pump as well. So make sure you have your suspension set up for you and what you do. Loosen up, hydrate properly, breathe. Breath work is huge. If you are not breathing, you'll tense up as well. So focus on your breathing. And yeah, that's my advice. So just try to kind of work on those smaller things and see if any of it helps. I do know some people get arm pump surgery, but I'm still not convinced on that. Like, I'm sure it does help, don't get me wrong. Like, I got a nerve problem, so like, I get it. I totally get that part, but try those things first. What's your first memory of riding a dirt bike? So I started riding and racing whenever I was 16 years old, and prior to that, I rode around in the yard a couple times, but like, it was just like a little 5-minute spurt. Like, it just wasn't like where I was at. I was in school sports, and that was my focus point, kind of thing. And but anyway, when I was 16, it was the second year of the More Series, and they were really pushing to have a ladies program, and like the only series really at the time that was trying to do something for the ladies. And now, like, I understand how big that is. Back then, like, I thought it was cool but didn't really grasp it. And the more tracks were supposed to be a little bit easier my dad and my mom were already doing it, and it was going to be a 95-degree day with plenty of sunshine, and I thought, you know what, I want to be outside, so I want to go to this race with them, and I'm going to race. So I had my dad load up my XR100, and I went with them, and I signed up for my first ever race, and I've only been on a bike a couple times, and I didn't realize how hard it was. I had no idea. Like, woods racing and the obstacles and like everything was so dang hard. I couldn't wrap my head around it. It was wild. And I got second place at my first race ever out of like 5 girls, and I just was mind blown because I thought, wow, maybe I'm actually good at this without like even trying, kind of thing. And just the difficulty of it was a new kind of thrill for me. So like, I remember every race that year, I kept trying and trying and trying, and like, I remember laying on the ground. I remember like trying to pick my bike up and not being strong enough to do so. I remember having to wait for help. I remember the first time I felt actually racy, and I was making some passes, and I got my first win. It was the last race of the year that year, and that feeling of my first season is very, very special to me. And the people I met that first year, like, that's the other thing. That's what's really sucked me in too. It was different kind of atmosphere than what you get at like school sports and school games and stuff. Like, the race family is literally your family. Like, they love you like one of your own and will do anything for you. And I'm not saying you won't find that at a school sporting event, but it's a lot more rare. And so yeah, that is my first memory on a dirt bike, was doing the Moore Series on a beautiful 90-degree day. I loved the heat. And my second place finish. And shit talking with my mom. Because she had been riding longer than I have, and she thought she was going to be faster, but nope. The little 16-year-old me showed her. So, yeah, that's it. What is the biggest life lesson dirt bikes has taught you? I'd say the biggest life lesson it's taught me is how to actually work hard and dedicate yourself to something. I'm sure I probably would have figured it out at some point in my life. Maybe. But to be somewhat okay at it, you gotta actually work at it, and you can't really be out of shape and enjoy it, kind of thing. And because like the day after a race, if you're out of shape, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt a lot. So it's taught me how to work hard, and it's those skills can be used in everyday life, at your job, and how you are as a person, and it's just pretty irreplaceable in my opinion. And like, dedication is so important, because you're not always going to be motivated. Like, if you're motivated all the time, you're just not, what you're doing isn't big enough, if that makes sense. Because like, there's gonna be days where you just don't want to get up and go do it, and you got to. Like, the more you cave into not doing what you said you were gonna do, the more you tell your brain that it's okay to not, and then it becomes a habit, and then that's who you are, kind of thing. So you can always fall back on your dedication and how hard you work. You can't fall back on, well, I wanted to sleep in today, and I wasn't motivated, so I didn't do it. Like, no. So, but yeah, that's the biggest thing that dirt bikes have taught me. And like I said, that goes for your life as well. Like, fitness and eating well and your job, and it all goes hand in hand. And I am favorite, most underrated upgrade for a dirt bike? So I'm gonna give you two things. Number one is gonna be suspension. Get the bike sprung for your weight. That is gonna be huge. Like, you don't have to jump right into getting valving done and this and that, but like just getting it sprung for your weight is huge, especially if you are a female and you are a smaller rider or a kid or somebody that's not in the average weight group of 165 to 175 pounds, which is how most bikes come sprung. So that is the most underrated thing, first upgrade I do no matter what. If you want to get valving done, I recommend JDP suspension. He rides, he's pretty decent, actually he's pretty good, like at riding, and his suspension is some of the best that I've ever used before, so that is what I recommend if you're going to get valving done. He also sells springs, so if you want to get your springs from him, you can as well. Number two is going to be handlebars. Bar choice. Especially if you're tall, especially if you're short. Like, for me, the stock beta bars literally feel like A-papers. Like, they feel like this, like freaking huge and wide and long and like uncomfortable. And if you're tall, like that could be good too, or maybe it's not like tall enough for you. So there's different bends and different things and whatnot. I use Fast Company flex bars, and I've used them for, I believe, 8 years now. I cannot recommend them enough. They are durable. They flex, hence the name flex bars. They give like where you want it to give, and it honestly, like, if you have an arm pump issue, it helps with the arm pump. It takes some vibration out of the bike. It helps eliminate metal to metal contact. Like, it's just like a little cushion for yourself. It's extra suspension. It takes the hard hits. It soaks it up. Makes my wrist not hurt as bad. Like, they're really good. I mean, there's a reason why I've been using them for 8 years. And I can, that's one of the top things I can tell whenever I jump on somebody else's bike, how rigid and stiff it feels in the bar area. So, yeah. Those are the top two things.